Also dann, let's go. I have no idea what's going to happen. Okay. Episode 1, 2, 3, 4 is locked. Unlock? No, I don't want to unlock that. Episode 1. Legend of the Golden Witch. Welcome to Rokkenjima. The Golden Witch extends her heartfelt greetings. Please take it easy and relax for the time being. There's no need to think overly hard about any of this. Quietly accept all that is about to happen. That is all that's being asked of you. The difficult level is standard. We might as well at least start by taking the easy road. Difficult level? Huh. Now I have to do voices again. No. New function. Tips mode. In the middle of the game, at any time, a right click with the mouse will open up the tips mode. Here, besides the save and load functions, you can view character profiles and more. Additional information will be added as you progress through the story. Probably a good idea to take a peek here, everyone. It's in a while. Okay. This story is very obviously fictional and fantastic in nature. Any resemblance existing? Alright. Oh. Again. Oh, okay, wait. Ich glaube, ich muss die Musik noch etwas leiser machen. Ich hatte ja vorhin keine Musik im Hauptmenü, deswegen konnte ich nicht so genau checken, wie laut das ist. Ist das so okay? So you still haven't overcome your love of alcohol. The old physician let out a sigh as he removed the stethoscope. Two elderly men could be seen in a dimly lit study, which was filled with dust and a sickly sweet stench. In the corner of this room, which was much larger than what most people would call a study, was an expensive-looking bed, a man undergoing a medical examination, and the physician conducting it. There was also what appeared to be a servant watching over the whole scene. The bottle is my friend. It is no less of a friend than you, and it has stood by my side even longer than you have. As the man, baring his chest for the stethoscope, rearranged his clothes, he spoke unapologetically. Switch. Original image. Oh. No, I think I like this better. System. Okay. Oops. Ginzo-san, your body only appears to be well thanks to the effects of the medicine. However, if you continue to drink such strong spirits, the treatment will become meaningless. Trust my judgment. Refrain from drinking. Welcome to the Nonary Games. I thank you, though only for the sentiment, my friend. Genji, another glass. Water it down slightly. That way Nanjo can save face. Who is that? Are you quite sure? After eyeing both the master who demanded the alcohol and the family doctor who forbade it, Genji, the old butler, silently gave a slight nod and carried out his master's orders faithfully. Ich versuche normalerweise immer viele verschiedene Stimmen zu machen, aber ich denke mal, heute werde ich nicht ganz so krass da mit abgehen. The family doctor, Nanjo, let out a deep sigh once again as he watched the butler busy himself alongside the liquor cabinet. There was a smell filling up the room. This sweet, poisonous aroma felt as though it melted the heart, if not the soul itself. It was the smell of that venomous green drink that the man couldn't bear to part with. Nanjo, you are my close friend and we have known each other for quite a long time. I am deeply grateful for all that you have done to keep me alive this long. I've done nothing. After all, you never listened to my advice as your physician. Ja, wollte ich auch gerade sagen. And you never listened when I warned you about a mistake chess move you're about to make. It seems only fair, does it not? Master. Thank you. I wouldn't die if I ran out of your medicine, but I would if I ran out of this. Disregarding Nanjo, who had his face set in a resigned expression, Kinzo took the glass that Genji was holding out to him. Das heißt, der alte Typ mit dem Bart ist Kinzo, Genji ist der Butler und Nanzo ist der Doktor. Very few people would associate that venom is color with an alcoholic beverage. Vielleicht ist es, wie heißt das Ding noch? Es gibt auch so grünes Zeug, Absinth. Aber dann wäre er, glaube ich, jeden Moment nackt auf der Couch und besoffen wie Sau. Oder trinkt er wirklich Absinth? Nanjo, be honest with me. How much time do I have left? Well now, how short must I make it to convince you to set the bottle aside? Nanjo once again let out a sigh of resignation. Then he finally spoke to Kinzo as the latter swirled his glass. You don't have long. What precisely do you mean by that? Let us illustrate it with a chess game here. About 3 minutes, starting now. You have very nearly achieved checkmate, but you have not yet cornered my king. Nanjo's gaze was directed at a side table with a massive chess set placed on top of it. Judging by the positioning of the pieces, the game seemed to be entering its final stage. Black's rook and bishop were cutting deeply into enemy lines. White's king had already been castled and cornered, so that even an amateur could see that the match would reach its conclusion before too long. Every time Nanjo came to give a medical examination, both of them would make a few moves. Nanjo was hinting that Kinzo would most likely fall into his eternal sleep before this game could be concluded. These were less the words of a physician than they were the words of an old friend. Were you a normal patient, I would recommend that you write a will at this point. Oh my god, so schlimm ist es schon. And what is a will, Nanjo? Handwritten instructions to the vultures on how to devour and scatter my corpse. No, not at all. As the word suggests, it is a way for you to record your will for later generations. It is far more than just a means to divide up your inheritance. Huh. And apart from the division of the inheritance, what might I write of? You might write of your regrets, or matters you have left unfinished. Things you want to pass down to others, or merely matters you wish to communicate. Anything you want. Things I want to pass down to others or matters I wish to communicate? Ridiculous. I, Ushiro Miya Kinzo, have not one thing I want to tell or leave behind. Really? That's kind of sad. I was born with nothing. I will die with nothing. There is nothing I wish to leave to my foolish children. Wow. Even if the end were to come today, even if it were to come right now, I would accept that fate of death without a trace of fear. I created everything. My fortune, my prestige, everything. Those were built up by me and they will be lost along with me. There's nothing I wish to leave behind. Nothing. After I'm gone, I care not if it all goes to waste. I desire no tomb, no coffin. Those were the terms of the contract I made with the witch. Moment, witch? Wie jetzt witch? When I die, everything will be lost. That has been part of the promise since the beginning, and that's why nothing will be left behind. There's nothing I can leave behind. After reaching a furious crescendo, Kinzo suddenly slumped over. His expression was limp and feeble, as though an evil spirit had possessed him and then left. However, I do have one regret. I have nothing to leave behind, but there's one thing I cannot leave undone. You would do well to write it down. Ich nehme an, das ist jetzt wieder der Arzt. Of course it would be best if you could finish it before your time comes. However, even if the worst happens, those who come after you will carry it to completion. You must leave behind your regrets so that they can be resolved even if you are unable to do so yourself. That is the purpose of a will. When Nanjo tried to gently pat Kinzo's shoulder, the dying man flew into sudden rage and battered away Nanjo's hand. It's useless, useless, useless. It must be done while I still live. At the moment of my death, my soul will be devoured by the demons of the contract and wiped out of existence. For me, there will be no peace or another world after death. That's why everything must be completed before I go. That's why a will has no meaning for me. And even if I had a chance to write such a thing, if I did have such a chance, I'd want to see it. I want to see it one more time. I want to see Beatrice's smiling face one last time. Oh, Beatrice, why have you resisted me for so long? I'll return everything you have given me. I am prepared to lose everything. So please show me your smile just one more time. Who is Beatrice? Beatrice, I beg of you. You must be able to hear my plea. That's the kind of woman you are. I beg of you, show yourself to me. You're here, aren't you? You're standing there invisible, listening to every word I say, and even now you're mocking me from somewhere in this room, aren't you? Please appear before me once more and smile. Feel free to scold me, even snatch away my life by your own hands if you so desire. I don't want to die alone like this. I cannot let myself die until I've seen your smile just one more time. Ah, Beatrice, Beatrice. I offer up this life of mine, I offer it up to you. I'm begging you, Beatrice. Oh, kommt sie jetzt? Oh. Ist das Beatrice? Ja, also bei mir läuft's gut. Ich sehe den Stream ja auch selber im Hintergrund. Ich hoffe, es liegt jetzt, ist nicht bei allen so. Welcome to Rockenjima. Oder meinst du, dass das Bild so kacke aussieht? Weil das ist ja so ein Problem, was ich immer noch nicht weiß, wie ich das wegkriegen soll. The first day, October 4, 1986. Die Bilder, the pictures are supposed to look like that? Or is it, I mean, I guess they are. They look a bit pixelated or something, but I suppose that's just the way it goes. I mean, it's a bit of an older game, isn't it? War. Okay, ich habe keine Ahnung, wer das jetzt ist. Ah, okay, I see. War, things sure move with the times. I can't believe we were able to make the trip in just 20 minutes. Okay, so I couldn't help. Is there like one main character, I guess, who speaks in the first person? I couldn't help but scratch my head and marvel at how far things have come in recent years. We used to go by boat. Back then we were all forced to endure nearly half a day of swaying back and forth over the sea before we reached Niijima. Things have gotten so much more convenient these days. Still, I've never been on a plane this small. I've flown in a huge jumbo jet before, but this will be my first experience in such a tiny one. It's gonna shake, isn't it? They say smaller boats shake more than big ones, so I guess the same rule probably applies to planes. Ich weiß nur noch, dass ich mal in einem saukleinen Flugzeug saß und der Motor war Schweine ultra laut und das war nervig wie Sau. So auf meinem Rückflug von Japan. Da hatte ich einen Zwischenstopp in Dänemark und von Dänemark ging es dann mit einer winzig kleinen Maschine zurück nach Deutschland und die ganze Zeit so ein Geräusch, das war sau nervig. Flug ging, glaube ich, zum Glück auch, aber nicht lange. Ah, just spare me. Hahaha, don't worry. Battler, Kun. Battler? Is that my name? It's a weird name. Takes much less than that boat did. Maybe, vielleicht sollte ich den britischen Akzent geben? Yeah, is that you, George Aniki? Don't scare me like that. You just saved 3 years off my life. Anyway, what's shaking got to do with anything? Hey, you don't think I'm actually scared of the plane shaking or maybe falling out of the sky or something, right? Also der Typ links ist der, dessen inneren Monolog wir gerade gerade gehört haben, nehme ich an. Oh, of course, not my mistake. I see you've changed a lot since we last saw you. After all, it's been 6 years since then. You're not a kid anymore. Sheesh, and here you are, old enough to smoke and drink. Moment, it's been 6 years since then. Also haben die sich jetzt 6 Jahre nicht gesehen. Here you are, old enough to smoke and drink. I've got no interest in smoking, but I've always wanted to try some booze. Well, if you've got your dad's genes, I'll bet you can hold your own when it comes to drinking, right? Your dad's genes. Vielleicht ist er ja, also nicht die Hose, sondern die Gene. Vielleicht ist er irgendwie verwandt mit dem alten Typen, den wir am Anfang gesehen haben. Habe ich hier nicht irgendwie... Wo war denn das? Hier war doch... Oh Gott, nein. Da. Okay, da sieht man wohl noch nichts. Kann man auch eben speichern hier. Bum, bum. Well, I usually drink for business rather than pleasure. It's pretty hard to do business in Japan without it. Ehehe, that's exactly right. That's why I never miss a chance to get in some practice. That's no good, Battler-kun. You're still a minor. Don't you know alcohol can stunt the growth of, never mind. Come on, I'm tall enough already. In fact, it'd be easier to find clothes if I shrunk a little. I puffed my chest out proudly. Until I hit my growth spurt, my height was below average in my class. But then I grew, and before I knew it, I passed 180 centimeters. George? You mean the guy with the glasses? I don't know the names yet, really. I guess I have all that muscle training and those shady mail-order performance-enhancing drugs to thank for that. Wait, what? Shady mail-order performance-enhancing drugs? Why the fuck would you take that? Are you crazy? Muscle training, okay. Don't see a problem with that, but... Yeah, sure, let's just order 20 boxes of I don't know what this drug is, but sure. Before then, I never dreamed that I'd shoot 10 centimeters above George Aniki, who'd reached his peak height early on. Damn, I'll bet my relatives all say, look how big you've grown, Battler-chan. Or something. Okay, die sind also verwandt. It's all so embarrassing. I wish they'd just give me a break. Anyway, my name, Battler, well, it's pretty damn weird, don't you think? I've got to wonder what my parents were thinking when they named me that. Yeah, they probably hated you. I've never met anyone who could read it right the first time. I usually get called Sento-kun. Sorry, but that's not even close. I suppose you would need to see the kanji for this, so you can see why they confuse it. Illegal whippersnappers. Oh, I just said you need to see the kanji for that, and there we are. My name's written, I hate kanji names. Aaron? What is that? Can you read it? No. The first part is my family name. Ushiro Miya. Okay. Ushiro Miya. That's a fairly plausible Japanese pronunciation so far, yeah? The problem was my given name. Sennin, is made out of the character of a fight and person, and it's pronounced Battler. Put it all together and you've got Ushiro Miya Battler. Pretty crazy, right? Reminds me of the guy in a Death Note who had like his name written with a kanji for moon, and then the spelling above it said light. Like Daito. Ja, dann hast du erstmal was aufzuholen. Sind beide bald durch. Also Ace Attorney ist ja heute durchgekommen auf YouTube. Und Thief habe ich auch schon alles aufgenommen. It's pretty cute. It's crazy enough that my parents decided to call me that, but it's even more crazy that some government worker let them make it official. I gotta agree with that. I would imagine if I went to the government. Ja, schon, ne? Aber stell dir mal vor, du gehst hier aufs Bürgeramt und sagst, ich will, mein Kind heißt Kämpfer Großer. Wie jetzt? Das geht nicht. Was heißt hier, da ist die Tür? Warum? Nee, das neue Thief spiele ich nicht. Das habe ich auch noch nie gespielt. Aber das habe ich in der letzten Folge von Thief, die halt noch kommt, schon gesagt, ich werde dann noch eine Menge richtig coole Fan-Missions von Thief 1 und 2 spielen. Anyway, this is one of my cousins. His name is... Wait. Ushiromiya... Joji. I see. Joji. Kämpfer Großes. Yeah. Pronounce Uli... Ich werde bestimmt 10 Wochen brauchen, um diesen dämlichen Familiennamen vernünftig auszusprechen. Ushiromiya George. He's 5 years older than me. What the fuck? He doesn't look 5 years older than you. So he must be turning 23 this year. Also sind wir 18. Since the Ushiromiya cousins consist of 2 boys and 2 girls, I ended up playing with George all the time. Pussy Slayer Grossa. I'm sure that would totally be accepted. And because I've always thought of him as a big brother, I'll still call him Aniki today, because das heißt, Aniki heißt großer Bruder. Oh.
Whoa, Bellerkun, look how big you've gotten. You know what they say, leave a boy for 3 days and you'll hardly recognize him.
It must be in his blood. Rudolf wasn't that tall either until his high school years.
Die sieht aus, als hätte sie 2 Tage nicht geschlafen und jede Nacht Koks gezogen.
Perhaps people end up taller if their growth spurt comes late.
Nah, it's nothing special. A real man needs to be tough on the inside, too.
Exactly. Bellerkun here knows how it works. Real men win or lose based on what they've got on the inside. Can never forget to keep your training and discipline. You gotta do that, wait very alertly for the perfect moment and strike. No, I never even imagined that I'd become the company president I am today, master of my own domain. Yet, to think I've come this far after starting out penniless and ruined.
This stout, plump old guy is George Aniki's dad, Uncle Hideyoshi. Okay. He's the husband of Dad's older sister. It's probably going to take a while for me to understand all the relations. Hideyoshi. In other words, we're not blood related. He's nice to children, sociable all the time, and even quick to give out some spending money to us kids. Simply put, he's an awesome uncle. He speaks in an odd and very noticeable Kansai dialect, which I'm not going to do, but he's actually a natural-born Kanto man. Apparently, impressions are everything in the business world, so speaking in a different style than other people is an act that makes him stick out more. Donate link habe ich gar nicht. Sollte ich vielleicht mal machen, wa? However, I hear he gets embarrassed when talking with an earshot of a real Kansai person, so he switches back to standard Japanese. Oh yeah, I noticed that. Well, it seems to be a family tree, so that's probably going to be helpful several times. I don't really get it, but he's definitely an interesting person.
If only you weren't so quick to brag about your life story. That's enough for now, I think. I'm sure Battler's getting tired of it, aren't you?
No, not at all. Nothing wrong with that. I think it's pretty cool for a man to have some stories he can brag about. I don't have anything like that at all. Sayana.
Oh, really? I'd imagine a man with your looks would leave girls crying left and right.
Well, that could mean something good or something bad. You can leave girls crying left and right because you beat the hell out of them.
I can't believe you have nothing at all to brag about.
What? You're joking, right?
Of course nothing weird like that's ever happened to me.
Hey, I wish it would.
Come on, you aren't fooling anyone. You must tell your aunt all about it later.
After all, nothing of the sort ever happens to George. This is George Aniki's mother, Aunt Eva. Eva. And sorry for all the coughing. That's usually not a thing every Sunday, but as I said, I'm a bit sick today. She's my dad's older sister. She and Uncle Hideyoshi are a pair of jokers. Okay, that's gonna be her second name from now on. Also, okay. She and Uncle Hideyoshi are a pair of jokers. I was about to say the Ryan boys from Xenoblade. What a bunch of jokers. And they've always teased me back as far as I can remember. This sometimes made them a bit hard to get along with when I was small. Well, I guess the events of the last 30 seconds prove that they can still be hard to get along with. Even so, George Aniki's family is interesting and fun, and they seem to get along just fine. That's pretty much the total opposite of my family. Who is that? And good lord, look at... That's a bit too big.
Petlakun, have you seen Rudolph's son?
Huh? He headed off to the bathroom a while ago. Is he not back yet? Huh? Maybe the poor Jesus dropped dead. Namu, namu, namu.
It's no way to talk about your own father. Still, this isn't the first time he's taken so long in the bathroom.
Yeah, the guy's always been that way. Does he really have to take a magazine with him every time he needs to take a dump? And what on earth is he doing in there with those particular magazines? Oh no.
Oh, you don't need to worry about that at all. Since we've been together, I haven't let him do that on his own.
Wait. That could mean she just enters and helps him with whatever. Oh, I have to get the juicy details later. It sounds like Dad's got his balls in an iron grip. Why would you even want to know anything about that? That would be a no thanks conversation for me.
You know exactly what would happen with that man if I didn't keep a tight grip, don't you?
What, on his balls? No kidding. You're the only one capable of reining in that old bastard. As his son, I'm more than happy to let you take over.
Yes, leave it all to me.
Also ist das seine Mutter oder was?
After all, that's my specialty.
Oh, vielleicht nicht seine Mutter. Vielleicht hat er eine andere Mutter und es ist die Stiefmutter oder so. Boing-chan. Genau. Melon-chan. Her name is Ushiro Miyakirie. Okay. As you can probably tell from our conversation, she's not my real mother. She's basically my stepmother, huh? My real mom died 6 years ago, and Kirie-san is the woman Dad married afterwards. 6 years ago. Haben die nicht auch gesagt, die haben sich das letzte Mal vor 6 Jahren gesehen? Vielleicht dann zur Beerdigung? Oder treffen die sich nur alle 6 Jahre wieder? It's understandable for someone my age. I could never bring myself to call his new wife Mom. Let's have a quick look at the original images. Oh, what the hell is that? Look at that. No. No thanks. Just one day after the funeral. Yep. I'm gonna be so sad for such a long time. Oh, hello. Who are you? Let's marry. And I doubt she feels like using the word son on this massive kid who's no relation to her at all. We aren't little kids. We know there's nothing to be gained by fighting. So we decided that we wouldn't force ourselves to pretend that we were family. That sounds clever. I've decided to act a bit more frank with her, acting as though she's a friendly neighbor instead. It's much easier if we just keep a little distance instead of forcing ourselves to act all close and making each other uncomfortable. Kirie-san has always been very open about all this, and thanks to that we've been able to get along pretty well. Then, just when we were bad-mouthing Dad about breeing in the bathroom, the man himself came back, wiping his hands with a handkerchief. Oh, it's Yakuza-chan.
Battler.
Hey, what's up, Dad? Oh, God. Oh, don't pinch my ear. Genau. Wollen wir mal gucken, wie der Vater aussah? Okay. Wie soll ich den jetzt sprechen? Ich weiß nicht.
So you've been talking trash about me with Mom again, haven't you? What makes it so hard to show a little respect for your father,
Legend of the Golden Witch, I don't... Probably. Oh, damn it, that hurts. You can stretch my ear all you want, but I'm not gonna be able to fly. That hurts.
Come on now. Up, up, down, down, left, right, left.
Hey, that's the Konami code.
Now say, Father, please forgive me for being so rude.
Like hell I will. Go find yourself some members-only store if you want it that much. Well, let's go. Oh yeah, true. This old bastard is my dad. I think I'm pretty tall myself, but Dad's just about as tall as I am. It's no surprise Aunt Eva started talking about Dad's blood when she saw my height. By the way, my height isn't the only thing I got from him. It seems having weird names runs in the family. Dad's full name is written Ushiro Miya... What is that? Uru... You can't... No, I can't. Come on, this is... Yeah, fuck you. This guy's name is pronounced okay, Rudolph. Oh, of course. his name was mentioned before. But how? Ludolfu? He must hate grandfather for giving him that name. Still, that's no reason to pass that weird naming tradition on to me. As the old bastard twisted my ear all over the place, Aunt Eva snuck up behind him and grabbed his ear.
Hey, Rudolph. You should know better than to physically abuse your son.
Oh, that hurts, Aniki.
This scene perfectly illustrated the relationship between the prankster younger brother and the older sister who could deal out punishment to him despite his size. I think that's good enough for now, Eva-ni-san. I'll make sure to stretch out his other ear later on. How about no? Oh, my apologies. I must leave some pulling for you to do, Kiryu-san. Rudolph, make sure Kiryu-san gives you lots and lots of punishment later on, okay?
You want to talk, Aniki, abusing your little brother like that? Hideyoshi-ni-san, I'd like to thank you very much for picking her up. If you hadn't been so generous, she'd still be unsold in the store. You have my gratitude and apologies.
What? Who are you calling unsold? After taking 2-3 steps back, Aunt Eva unleashed one of her beautiful high reverse roundhouse kicks, holy shit, which stopped just a centimeter away from the tip of Dad's nose. I was about to think she'd just, knock him out right there. Rudolph Ushiromiya is a chat. After starting out with Tai Chi Chuan, I have no idea, for her figure, Aunt Eva then developed an interest in the Chinese martial arts. After that, she went through karate, taekwondo, capoeira, and what is it she's learning now again? Well, anyway, they say a woman's weapons are in her lower body, and that's literally true for Eva. Rudolph, did you know that a single direct blow to the side of the head like that would knock you unconscious? Not so long ago, I accidentally connected in a practice match and my opponent was out cold. Gee, what a pain. I'm so sorry she can't help walking like a freak. Dad, completely unfazed, shrugged and smiled ironically at Uncle Hideyoshi.
Never had a brother or sister myself, so when I see you two bickering with each other, it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Sure, it's nice to have a big family.
Well, then why not consider making a little brother for George-kun? He is already a fine adult who is about to go off on his own, so it might be a good time to have another child.
Hey, I have a little sympathy for the new kid and all the pain and suffering he'd have to live through. I'm surprised even George couldn't turn out as well as he did after being born from this sinister sister of mine. And what an awesome kid he is. Please share some of that with our blockhead of a son someday, will you?
It's not at all how it happened.
It's all thanks to Eva Nisan's proper rearing that George-kun became the kind, gentle kid he is now. Isn't that right, Nisan? Oh, come now, you think so? Our George still has a long way to go. By the way, how's your little Angie-chan doing? I heard she was vomiting. What?
Oh, that's right. And I was hoping to finally see her face after such a long time. She okay?
She often catches a cold when the seasons change. She's very frail. I did want to bring her along, but we decided to have my family look after her this time.
I think that's a wise move. She'll heal a lot better if she stays away from that venomous head family household.
Ich weiß jetzt gar nicht, wer das sagt.
A child's health is always more important than an adult's convenience, don't you think?
I know of some great medicine for vomit and colds like that. When we get back home, I'll send some to you right away, so please let her try some. Thank you very much, Hideyoshi-ni-san. I'm always in your debt.
Okay, dann war das Hideyoshi.
And once the conversation suddenly veered off in that direction, we kids didn't have any chance of butting in. For now, I'm just happy Aunt Eva gave Dad his just desserts for tugging on my ear. Are we still waiting for the weather report? George Aniki pointed at the counter. The checking weather sign was still stuck next to the departure times for the flight we were scheduled to board. According to Aniki, smaller planes are more subject to winds and other effects of the weather, and it's not at all uncommon for flights to be delayed because of that.
Wait a sec, we are totally sure it's not gonna shake, right?
From down here on the ground, it just looks cloudy, not windy. Well, I guess it's different up there, or where the planes fly. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. The weather is a bit uncertain today. Aunt Eva looked at the TV in the lounge. The weather forecast was being broadcasted, informing us that a typhoon was approaching the Kanto region. Oh shit. A typhoon again? Guess there's no helping it with the annual family conference being held in October. Couldn't he have chosen a better season? I agree. I've always hoped we could have it sometime around the Obon festival in August. In that case, why don't you suggest that to father and Nissan during the conference?
Very funny. Why don't you do it yourself?
Our brother would never listen to anything I suggested. No way. It doesn't really bother me that much to have it in October. I was just saying you might want to propose it since you said you hate typhoons so much.
I only said that typhoons always come around this time of year. You're the one who said you wanted to move it to the October festival, to the Obon festival, right?
Well, you said it too last year. Didn't you say that it would be easier to fit into your schedule if we had it during the Obon festival? Okay, wenn die das jedes Jahr machen, warum hat der George denn dann gesagt, dass sie sich 6 Jahre nicht gesehen haben? Dann war der ja für 6 Jahre nicht dabei.
I never said anything like that.
Oh, yes, you did. I certainly wouldn't forget something like that.
No, I didn't. You're the one saying that all the time.
Didn't you know? Stopping a kick just a hair's breadth away from impact is a very high-level technique.
A woman your age shouldn't spread their legs like that.
Dad and Aunt Eva's argument looked no different from a couple of brats quarreling. Even though they usually behave like normal parents, they turn right back into kids again when they meet their siblings at these family conferences. You're the one who looks like a real adult and not analyzing it all calmly. I hope I never turn out like that old bastard. I'd much rather end up as an intellectual adult like you, Aniki. Oktoberfest. No. Like me? Oh, I still have a long way to go. I still have very little experience out there in the real world, and I need to work on becoming more confident and sociable. I think you've far surpassed me on all of those counts, Battlaco. I'm sure you'll outstrip me fast enough when you become an adult. George Aniki scratched his head and laughed as though trying to hide his embarrassment. Of course he was just being humble. Aniki entered a university and became an apprentice at Uncle Hideyoshi's company at the same time, studying both academics and how to become a business emperor in parallel. Then, right after graduating, he got into Uncle Hideyoshi's company as his father's aide, piling up a lot of real-life experience as he devoted himself zealously to his work. His great dream is to one day stand on his own and build up his own kingdom. Wait, what? What do you mean his own kingdom? Like literally he wants to become a king? Aniki is a real paragon of a man, sparing no effort as he strives toward his goal. It's no exaggeration to say that I really respect him. And then there's me. I'm nothing at all like Aniki. I'm living my happy-go-lucky, idle high school life to the max. I've got no dreams for the future. I'd like to just sit back, stay cool, and let the money flow in, but of course that could never happen. When Aniki was my age, he had already formed an impressive objective and had started devoting himself towards studying for that goal, so I guess I can't compare it all. My dad just says, sure, you can study at my company if you like cleaning toilets. Nice. Damn it, I'm not gonna be in the debt of that old bastard. I'll find my way myself. If only willpower was all it took to become an adult. Should I go on one of those self-searching journeys that are all the rage these days? Well, it's not like I could mooch off my parents for that kind of money. Right then, Uncle Hideyoshi shouted out loudly. He's a really nice person on the whole, but he does have a problem controlling the volume of his voice. When I looked over, I saw that he was greeting Aunt Rosa, who had come late.
Oh, if it isn't Rosa-san, Maria-chan, long time no see.
What? Oh, that's the girl from the Steam Trading Card I unlocked. Long time no see. Ich kann heute keine Kinderstimme machen, dafür bin ich zu erkältet. Maria, shouldn't that be, it's good to see you again? Greet your uncle properly. It's good to see you again.
There you go. Well said. How about some candy as a reward? Oh no, wait, that's the cocaine of my wife. Let me search again. Oh, here. Where'd I put it?
Rosa-san, it's good to see you again. It's good to see you too, Maria-chan. Also, das ist Rosa und das kleine Mädchen ist dann wohl Maria. It's been too long, Kiryu-san, Hideyoshi-san. And, oh my, Battler-kun. Look how big you've gotten.
Ah, come on. It's embarrassing hearing that from every goddamn person I meet. Hey, Rosa. You're late. If the plane was on time, you'd barely have made it.
I'm sorry. We had some trouble making our train connection, so are we waiting on the weather again? Oh, don't complain. I much prefer the 30-minute plane trip to spending 6 hours bouncing about on a boat. Even if we kept waiting here for an hour, it's still much faster overall.
Maria-chan's gotten huge too, so how tall are you now?
So how tall am I now?
Maria-chan parroted Uncle Hideyoshi's question, looking up at her mother. I guess she doesn't remember her own height. She's probably right in the middle of a growth spurt, so her height must change every month. Give it a few more years and she'll suddenly start looking feminine.
Just how tall were you the last time you got measured? You keep getting bigger and bigger, don't you? Right? I think she's grown a lot since last year. Let's see, she turned 9 years old this year, didn't she? 9 years old. That's right, you're 9 years old now. Glad to see you're doing well too, Maria-chan. Up you go. I guess you've gotten a bit too heavy to play airplane with.
George, Annie, what a rude thing to say to a lady. I was about to say the same thing. Here, I'll do it. Up you go. Yeah. When I went to lift her up in Aniki's place, Maria stiffened defensively, staring suspiciously at my face. Oh, that's right. The last time I met Maria was 6 years ago and she was only 3 years old. Moment, vielleicht ist derjenige, der 6 Jahre lang nicht dabei war. Of course she doesn't remember my face. She's all... well...
Maria-chan, don't you remember? It's Battler-kun, the one with the stupid name. You used to play together, remember?
No surprise, I guess.
The last time she met Battler, she was only 3. You don't keep memories at that age.
She must know everyone's face apart from mine because she meets them every year, but I haven't had contact with the Ushiro-miya family for about 6 years now. So it's no surprise that this 9-year-old girl doesn't have any memories of who the fuck I am. Even I can only just barely remember her being a 3-year-old crybaby.
Maria.
Achso, das ist die Mutter.
Maria, this is Battler Oni-chan, Rudolph Nisan's son. Understand? The brother is the son...
That sound was probably her brain going into overload at that complicated explanation. I guess the phrasing of that was a bit confusing. Ni or Oni, the title you'd use to refer to an actual older brother, can also be a friendly honorific for a boy who's only a bit older than you. It's just like Ne or Oni, the word for big sister, is lämplicher auch noch japanisch. Das ist, sagt jetzt George, denke ich mal.
Maria-chan, this is Battler-kun. He's your cousin, like me.
Like George Oni-chan? Battler? What stupid name? Cousin? Oh.
That's right. You got it.
This part of Aniki is what makes me really look up to him. For someone, that he can talk like a 9-year-old. Oh, yeah. For someone who isn't married, he's just great at dealing with kids. Okay, that's a better way of putting it. I'm sure he'll be an indulgent father in the future.
Battler Oni-chan?
Maria looked straight at me with a questioning expression, as though asking whether it was okay to call me that. Yeah, that's me, Battler. Nice to meet you, Maria.
Battler.
Maria, you mustn't talk to him like that. Call him Battler Oni-chan.
That's alright, Aunt Rosa. I don't sweat the small stuff. Hey, Maria, we're close enough that we don't need honorifics, right?
Battler, Battler, Battler. Ooh.
That's right, Maria. Ooh. We horsed around for a while to make up for the 6-year gap in our friendship. She probably still thinks of me as nothing more than a big new friend, but things will probably work out as we get to know each other again. But I'm surprised. She's just the way I remembered her being 6 years ago. Seems that people just don't change that much after all. I'm a bit happy that she's still the pure, innocent girl I remember. Her name is written... Ma-di-a. Okay. Of course, Maria is pronounced Maria.
The third character looks like a cross, which is pretty cool. Her feelings don't usually show up on her face, so it can be difficult to know just what she's thinking, but that's just how she looks on the outside. On the inside, she's just a sweet normal girl. Then there's Maria's mother, Aunt Rosa. She's my dad's younger sister. Rosa is written... Oh, okay. Rosa. Here's a name that's totally not Japanese. Sorry to say it, but her name's almost as ridiculous as Dad's. I've got to respect her for not ending up as screwed up as he is. When I think about it, all the names in my family sound foreign. Just why is grandfather so obsessed with that? Because of him, even we grandchildren have to put up with this weird naming sense. It's even more annoying since grandfather's own name is perfectly normal. Anyway, there's one thing about Aunt Rosa that's a relief compared to the other family members. The old bastard and Aunt Eva have this annoying urge to tease and mock people all the time. But even though she shares their blood, Aunt Rosa isn't like that at all. She has the most common sense among all the siblings. Like Uncle Hideyoshi, she's a kind aunt who will always be on the kid's side. However, possibly because she's more strict as a parent, she's not liberal with handing out spending money like Uncle Hideyoshi. Such a cheerful theme. Okay, now we have the entire group of family members who are going to board the plane. At that moment, as though it had waited for us all to arrive, an announcement rang out through the lobby. Our apologies for the delay. Boarding will now commence for flight 201 to Niijima. We ask that the passengers please form two lines in front of the counter behind the white line.